So I just got back from Anime Expo like a few days ago, and I don't know, it's just like while I was there, just this thought came up in my mind, and it was really weird. So while we were there, we were meeting like heaps of you guys, viewers, and the one thing I always heard a lot from you guys was, "Oh my God, you're actually real." And there was a part of me which was like, haha, yeah, of course, oh yeah, we're just people behind the screen. And then there was another part of me which was like, well, yeah, but why are you surprised? I always try to show the fact that, I am real in my videos. I always try to show the fact that, hey, I'm a real person, I have these thoughts, and to you I may be this person behind the screen, but here I am in the flesh. I'm just as real as you. I've got skin, I've got a brain, and I don't know, there was just a part of me which is kind of sad a little bit after hearing that. It was like the fact that, like you saying that, like, oh my God, you're actually real, suggests to me that like I'm this figure in the clouds. And maybe that's just, you guys saying that because, I'm quote unquote famous, which, if you guys don't know, I fucking hate that word. I mean, I don't think anybody on YouTube is famous. Fame is given to a person that has actually done something great, or has done something worthwhile, not to a 21-year-old Japanese Australian kid who makes cancerous videos on YouTube. I don't know if I'm coming off as depressing or anything, but just it kind of made me think, that like, am I not being real? Or like, are YouTubers really seen as like those figures in the clouds? Because that's the last thing I want to be when it comes to my YouTube channel. That's the last thing I want to be, is this person that is untouchable, this omnipresent figure that is like, oh, there's no way I'll ever be able to be like him, or there's no way I'll be able to stand in equal terms with him. And I don't want to come off as that, because it's pretentious, it's stupid, it's not real, and I don't know, like, what do you guys think? Like, do YouTubers come off as real people, or like, or are they just this figure in the clouds? Because I really don't like the idea of, a viewer coming up to me at a convention, or, just on the streets or whatever, and being like, oh, you are human after all. And I'm like, yeah, of course I am. Like, what else did you think I was? Bottom line is, I don't want to seem like I'm this famous person. I don't want to seem like I'm this person that's untouchable. I don't want to seem like this omnipresent godlike figure that is, is like too good for your shoes. Because that's not true. I don't want to, that's the last thing I want to come off as. I'd rather come off as a pretentious asshole than this, not human figure. Like this amazingly talented person. Because I'm not. And I do everything that I can in my videos to kind of appeal that I'm just a dude. There's nothing, with or without YouTube, I'm just a dude. Doesn't matter how many subscribers or likes or favorites or views I get, I'm just a dude, and I, no matter how much my channel grows, or no matter how much my quote-unquote fame grows, I always want to be seen like that. So yeah, I am human. Yeah, I am human after all.